The dreaded Order 66, the order given by the then Supreme Chancellor, later Galactic Emperor, to wipe out the Jedi from the face of the galaxy. An order the clone troopers never thought would be given, but one they were forced to obey. But there was another order some even consider more terrible and horrific than Order 66, and the first step in the annihilation of the Jedi. Contingency Order number 37 was one that was implemented into the organic chips of the clone army that was never supposed to be used, but like Order 66 was placed there at the behest of Palpatine, who knew drastic measures would need to be taken after the initial impact of Order 66 took hold. Palpatine knew that although Order 66 would result in the deaths of thousands of Jedi Knights from across the galaxy, there would be those Jedi that escaped the initial betrayal and would flee deep into known space, or potentially even beyond. Because of this, Palpatine had several safeguards in place to ensure the Jedi truly be exterminated from the galaxy, and would pose no potential threat to his rule. In addition to assigning his Sith apprentice Darth Vader to destroy all remaining Jedi in the event that would become known as the Great Jedi Purge, Palpatine also occasionally would order his clone troopers to prey on what he considered to be one of the Jedi's greatest weaknesses. The Jedi believed all life was precious and sacred and should be cherished. Because of this, Palpatine chose to exploit this feeling. Order 37 was perhaps the most terrible of all 150 contingency orders that the clones were forced to obey, as it called for the roundup and murder of a civilian population. Order 37 was meant to be integrated when a village or group of individuals refused to hand over a fugitive, in this case, a Jedi that had escaped the initial Jedi Purge and Order 66. If the civilian population did not reveal the location of the Jedi, the clones would be given the go-ahead to execute them, causing mass genocide. The clone troopers were also permitted to use aggressive and even lethal force while rounding up those chosen for Order 37, including individuals that interfered with Order 37 or even just got in the way unintentionally. Order 37 was implemented several times that we are aware of, but likely became common practice for the clone troopers in an effort to extinguish the Jedi Order, as no true Jedi would allow themselves to stand by while innocents died. Palpatine believed in the off chance that they did stand by, they would be completely broken, and he would no longer even consider them Jedi Knights and a threat. In all cases, however, even if the Jedi Knight stepped forward, the innocent civilians would still be executed. This was to leave no witnesses to the fact that the clone troopers, and as an extension, Palpatine, were willing to go so far to kill all remaining Jedi. Order 37 was debatably the darkest of all contingency orders, along with the even holding specific cleanup orders following the mass murders that would occur. In the Last Jedi books by Jude Watson, the cleanup was gone into great detail as to not allow the galaxy at large to discover the horrors of Order 37 and the new Empire. These are the commands given to the clone troopers in regards to disposing of the bodies in the following weeks after Order 37 had gone into effect. It is imperative that bodies not be released to family members. All HoloNet communication must be shut down that morning and comm silence maintained for the next month or so. COMPNOR can control information outflow. No accounts to be disseminated, as they can prove detrimental to Imperial control of surrounding systems. Proof of body disposal documented for Inquisitor Malorum to pass LDV. The cleanup after Order 37 was so intense due to Palpatine knowing that if the galaxy ever discovered his crimes, he could potentially face an even larger rebellion than he already was. The new Emperor also wanted to keep the Order under wraps, and keep the Jedi still at large unfamiliar with Order 37, so that they would reach out to civilian populations for aid, and eventually be caught in the trap and forced to reveal themselves. Order 37 proves what we already knew about Palpatine, that he was willing to do anything to kill the remaining Jedi, including brutally slaughtering innocents who refused to hand them over to the new Empire. So what are your thoughts on Contingency Order number 37, and Palpatine's plan to draw out the Jedi after the initial impact of Order 66, and use their very teachings against them, forcing them to lose if they acted or not? And as a big question for this video, which order do you think is the worst, Order 66 or Order 37? If you would like to join me in the daily Star Wars discussion and debates, follow me on Twitter at Stupendous Wave, link will be in the description. If you enjoyed this video and feel it deserves it, it would really help me out if you could leave a like. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel to keep up to date with everything Star Wars related, from news, explanations, and theories from a galaxy far, far away. If you have any video topics you would like to see addressed in a future video, do not hesitate to leave them in the comments below the video, or again, tweet them at me. As always, your viewership and support means the world. May the Force be with you, and have a great day.